We're going to be opening the course with a consideration of the media in terms of textual analysis, a way of approaching the media that understands it as an assemblage of films, apps, songs, TV show, advertisements, and other discrete units of entertainment and information. This might be very similar to how many of you already approach the media, as a mass of different options which you can pick and choose from. But what we're going to be doing is pushing this a little further and a little deeper, in order to think about different TV episodes or advertisements, websites or movies, how these texts produce, control, and communicate meaning. Over the next 3 weeks, we'll be introducing and considering different ways of analyzing and understanding the media in terms of texts, in order to provide you with some basic tools and language for talking about the details and formal features of media as an assemblage of texts. Of course, this all begs the question, what is a text? Text has a particular meaning in media studies, and indeed in the humanities and social sciences more generally. This particular meaning is different from the general meanings of a set of printed or written words or a text message. Instead, we define text much more broadly. In media studies, a text is anything that contains information or meaning. So when we understand the media in terms of texts, we're understanding it in terms of information and meaning. And when we talk about analyzing media texts, we're talking about a process whereby our goal is to determine what a given piece of media means and how it means it. All the different forms we consider in media studies can be considered texts. Film, television, video games, books, advertisements, fashion, music, so long as they communicate meaning. Now today, we're going to be thinking about one particular textual analytic method, which is called semiotics, or sometimes semiology. Semiotics is one of the fundamental methods of textual analysis and is based on interpreting the media in terms of signs. While semiotics might seem a rather odd or indirect way to look at the media, it's actually a surprisingly powerful tool because it keeps us focused on the idea that the media doesn't operate in any transparent or straightforward way, but instead reminds us that the media is a construction that shapes how we encounter and what we expect from the world. Semiotics can seem to be a complicated method for making sense of the media, but it is really worthwhile because it draws our attention to the processes of representation that are so central to the operation of the media. Semiotics reminds us that what we're seeing isn't reality, but a construction that has a resemblance to reality. Semiotics therefore keeps us focused on not just what things mean, but also, more importantly, how things mean. As a method, semiotics is at the heart of much of what we do in media studies. And if you can get a good sense of how, when, and why to perform a semiotic analysis, you'll be on your way to making sense of media as texts.